Are you searching for your next travel adventure? A destination that offers everything from stunning landscapes to rich history, incredible food, and a lifestyle that makes you never want to leave? Then it's time to ask yourself, should I go to Portugal? Portugal is one of the most visually stunning countries in all of Europe, and it has something for everyone, the Algarve. If you love the beach, Portugal's southern coastline is paradise. Think golden cliffs, hidden caves, turquoise waters, and some of Europe's most picturesque beaches like Praia da Marinha and Benagil Cave. The Azores, a chain of lush volcanic islands in the Atlantic that feel like another world. From crater lakes to hot springs, this is Portugal's version of Hawaii. Douro Valley rolling vineyards, winding rivers, and some of the best wine in the world. This region is so beautiful it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Serra da Estrela. Yes, Portugal even has mountains and snow. If you love hiking or skiing, this is your spot. Madeira, a tropical island known for jaw-dropping cliffs, lavada trails, and black sand beaches. It's often called the Hawaii of Europe. No matter what kind of landscape you love, Portugal has it all. Portugal's cities are a perfect blend of historic charm and modern vibrance. Lisbon, the capital of cool. Lisbon is one of the most exciting cities in Europe right now. Imagine colourful tile-covered buildings, historic trams, rooftop bars, and jaw-dropping sunsets over the Tagus River. Walk through Alfama, Lisbon's oldest district, where narrow streets twist and turn like a maze. Ride the iconic yellow tram 28, which takes you through the heart of the city. Visit Belém, home to the famous Belém Tower and Jerónimos Monastery. Enjoy a cocktail at Park Bar, a rooftop bar with an epic view of the 25 de Abril Bridge. Porto, the city of wine and charm. Porto feels like stepping into a postcard. It's smaller than Lisbon, but just as magical. Take a boat ride on the Douro River, passing under Porto's famous bridges. Wander through Ribeira, a riverside district filled with charming old buildings. Visit the Livraria Lello, one of the world's most beautiful bookstores. And of course, sip on some port wine. This is where it's made. Amadora, another hidden gem. Just outside Lisbon, Amadora is one of the most underrated cities in Portugal. It offers a more authentic, local vibe, great for experiencing real Portuguese life. Lower prices than Lisbon, making it a great place for expats. Beautiful parks and street art, showing off a different side of Portuguese culture. Portugal is one of the easiest countries to explore, whether you're traveling within or beyond its borders. Public transportation is top-notch. Lisbon and Porto have modern metro systems, trams, and buses. Train travel is amazing. You can take a scenic ride from Lisbon to Porto in just 3 hours. Want a quick getaway? Madrid, Spain, is just a few hours away by train, and flights to other European destinations are super cheap. Portugal is compact, meaning you can see a lot in a short amount of time. Make Portugal your home port and visit the rest of Europe with ease. Portugal isn't just a great place to visit, it's a fantastic place to live. The cost of living here is way cheaper than in France, the UK, or the US. Rent, food, and daily expenses are super affordable. Many retirees are moving here for the great weather, healthcare, and low costs. With more companies going remote, Portugal is a top choice for digital nomads thanks to its Wi-Fi, co-working spaces, and lifestyle. If you want to invest and move, the Golden Visa program makes it easy. Plus, there are many communities of expats that you can join online and even meet up with to discuss the pros and cons of living in such a beautiful and unique European country. It helps you feel at home while being part of a community of like-minded people that can help with your transition from tourist to resident. Portuguese food is incredible and surprisingly underrated. Have you ever tried it? You should. It's delicious, unique, sometimes spicy, and definitely memorable. Seafood heaven. From grilled sardines to fresh prawns, Portugal's seafood is some of the best in the world. Paella? Try arroz de marisco. Portugal's version is just as good, if not better. Pastel de nata. These custard tarts are legendary. Port wine. If you love wine, you need to try the local port in Porto. Portugal isn't just beautiful, It's one of the most historically influential countries in the world. This small nation punched far above its weight, creating an empire that spanned 5 continents and forever changed global trade, exploration, and culture. Portugal, the birthplace of the Age of Exploration. Back in the 15th century, Portugal was just a small kingdom in Western Europe, but that was about to change. Portuguese sailors, under Prince Henry the Navigator, were the first Europeans to systematically explore the African coast. They perfected naval technology, developed the caravel ship, and started oceanic map-making, paving the way for future discoveries. By 1498, Vasco da Gama had successfully sailed to India, establishing the first direct sea route between Europe and Asia. In 1500, Pedro Álvares Cabral discovered Brazil, claiming it for Portugal. And of course, Ferdinand Magellan, the Portuguese explorer, led the first voyage to circumnavigate the globe. By the 16th century, Portugal was a superpower, controlling trade routes in Africa, South America, India, and even China. They founded Goa in India, Macau in China, and Mozambique, making Lisbon one of the richest cities in the world. The impact of Portuguese colonization. Portugal's empire was one of the longest lasting in history, stretching from the 1400s to 1999, when Macau was returned to China. Brazil became Portugal's crown jewel due to its vast resources of gold, sugar, and coffee. Portuguese influence remains strong, making Brazil the largest Portuguese-speaking country today. In Africa, Portugal controlled Angola, Mozambique, Cape Verde, and Guinea-Bissau, leaving a deep cultural imprint, including the Portuguese language. In Asia, Portugal ruled Goa, India, for 450 years, and controlled Macau until 1999, influencing architecture, cuisine, and trade. Even though Portugal's empire eventually declined, its cultural and linguistic footprint remains massive. Portuguese is now the 6th most spoken language in the world, with over 260 million speakers. The 1755 earthquake, the disaster that changed Europe. On November 1st, 1755, Lisbon was hit by one of the deadliest earthquakes in recorded history. A 9.0 magnitude quake struck early in the morning on All Saints' Day, when churches were packed with worshippers. The shockwaves leveled most of the city, and within minutes, a massive tsunami swept through, killing tens of thousands. Fires broke out, destroying nearly 85% of Lisbon, including palaces, libraries, and priceless works of art. The disaster was so huge that it shocked Europe, inspiring philosophers like Voltaire to question the very meaning of life and disaster. Despite the tragedy, Portugal rebuilt itself with modern earthquake-resistant urban planning, making Lisbon one of the first cities in the world to be designed with seismic safety in mind. Portugal's peaceful revolution and modern success. Portugal ended dictatorship peacefully in 1974 with the Carnation Revolution, transitioning to a democratic nation without bloodshed. Since then, Portugal has boomed, becoming a modern European nation with a high quality of life, one of the world's top tourist destinations, and a hub for tech startups, digital nomads, and retirees. Portugal isn't just about history, it's also one of the most fun places in the world. Festivals that will blow your mind. Carnival in February or March is a wild, colourful, samba-fueled party across Portugal, similar to Brazil's Carnival, but with its own twist. Festa de São João in June in Porto is the craziest street festival in Portugal, where people hit each other on the head with plastic hammers. NOS Alive in July in Lisbon is one of Europe's top music festivals featuring global artists. The best nightlife in Europe, Lisbon is packed with rooftop bars, underground clubs, and fado music venues. The Bairro Alto district comes alive at night. Porto is more laid back, but the riverside bars along the Douro River are the perfect place for a drink. The Algarve. If you love beach parties, cocktails, and all-night dancing, this is your spot. Extreme sports and outdoor adventures. Surfing Portugal has some of the best waves in Europe, especially in Nazar, where the world's biggest waves are surfed. Hiking, explore Madeira's epic Lavada trails, or the stunning mountains in Penedigueiras National Park. Paragliding and skydiving, the coastlines and cliffs make Portugal a top spot for extreme sports. So, should you go to Portugal? If you love stunning landscapes, world-class food, fascinating history, and never-ending fun, the answer is simple. Yes, pack your bags and go to Portugal. Like and subscribe for more epic travel guides.